Hi guys, happy Fun Friday. This one's gonna be a different, yet I think to me, a funny one. We are going to do silly things we believed in as a kid. Now, I've watched plenty of videos and I think it's funny listening to other people, and I'm like, I'm not alone. I did that too. Luis had a hard time like coping like what I meant.
Yeah.
And for instance, I think everybody can relate, is from Rugrats. Rugrats is a really good cartoon, like really old cartoon on Nickelodeon. Do you remember them? Tommy,
Yeah.
Chucky, Phil, Lil, and
Yeah,
Joe.
but I never watched it.
Okay, well, I'm sorry. But there was an episode where one of the Rugrats ate a watermelon seed, and it was told in the episode that if you eat a watermelon seed, then you will grow a watermelon inside of your belly. And I know I'm not alone at believing that. I know a lot of people did believe that when we were a kid. So, you get it?
Yeah. Okay.
We're gonna go and we're gonna do at least 5 each.
I'll just say my list and it'll make you guys laugh anyways.
We'll do at least 5 each because we can go on, and this video could be hours and hours and hours.
So for the longest time, my dad told me, Luis, if you walk outside barefooted, you're gonna get sick. So anytime you'll see me, even today, you'll see me, I run outside and I have to come right back in, get my sandals, and go right back out because I think I'm gonna get sick.
Do you still do that today?
Sometimes I do, but sometimes I just don't care and I just walk out because I know it's not gonna happen. But sometimes when I'm not thinking about it, I'm just like, where are my sandals? Where are my sandals? And so you'll see me, I grab some boots with no socks, and I'm like, I did it again.
So my mom always told me, not always told me, but I remember her saying this. She said that sitting on pillows will give you boils on your butt. Okay, now I believed her because I've had a boil on my face. I remember specifically I had one on my face, I had to go to the emergency room. It was just disgusting, okay? And so she told me that if you sit on a pillow, you'll get boils on your butt, and for them to pop it, they had to take a bottle and go. To this day, I still feel uncomfortable sitting on a pillow, but then in the back of my mind, I'm like, will I? But then I'm like, but my grandma sits on a pillow while she drives, so she doesn't have any boils on her butt, I don't think.
That's pretty gross.
Isn't it? It's
Yeah.
gross. Which one is gross? Having boils or thinking about my grandma having boils on her butt?
Thinking about your grandma having boils. That I wasn't trying to think of it. But thank you though, I appreciate it. Something that my dad always used to tell me, and I grew out of it. He would always say, if you don't fall asleep fast enough, el cucuy will come and grab your legs.
Kukui?
Uh-huh.
Who's that?
The devil.
Oh.
Yeah. And so anytime I would try to fall asleep as fast as I can. And so even today, Abby gets angry, like, you always fall asleep so quick. I'm like, well, I have to. What are you thinking?
That's not why you fall
Nah.
asleep quickly.
But for the longest time, I actually thought that it would happen. And if there's any people who speak Spanish and know what el cucuy is, it's just.
Oh, that's what it meant. I thought it was like an animal. Kukui.
El cucuy, no.
Who's the one that eats the cows and
El
stuff?
chupacabras.
Oh yeah. Here's just like a superstition that stepping over somebody will make them smaller. And I know my cousins, Yaya, Aliana, anytime, they still do this. Anytime I accidentally step over them, Yaya will be like, step over me, Ate, step over me. I'm gonna get smaller. She used to freak out. And my brother and my sister and I would just do it on purpose for her to freak out.
I never heard that one before. Oh, I mean, it's Filipino?
No, I think it's a superstitious.
But is it Filipino?
It could be. We're Filipino, we believed it. I don't believe it anymore.
Yeah.
But I just thought it was funny. She would freak out and stuff.
One that we had is anytime you walk by your neighbors or your friends or anyone's house and you spit on their property, it was like you were cursing them to the ground. It was such bad luck. So they will always tell you, spit on the street, don't spit on my property. What is wrong with you?
Oh, that's a bad habit anyway. It bothers me when people spit on the ground.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just,
Yeah.
I don't like watching people do that. But when I was in my little chubby days, it was not too long ago, but I'm just gonna say, the era where they had NSYNC and Backstreet Boys and all these boy bands. Well, I remember when I was, younger, and I used to have boy band posters. I used to think they would see me, so all the time. Even at my cousin Alicia's house, even my cousin Yaya, she would have all these Marcus Houston and stuff, and I used to think they would This was so dumb. Okay, so I used to think they could see me, and so I would always like act cute and be like, yeah, stop. You know, act like I'm the best singer in the world, and like they're my boyfriend, go up to their face and be like, ah.
Oh wow.
I used to think they could see me. I was like not embarrassed, but kind of like weirded out to dress in my room. Like, stop looking at me.
Wow. Growing up, I would always ask my dad, like, how do they get the lights from green to yellow to red? And I remember one time when we first arrived to the city, it's like, Luis, they just have people over there, and they click, click, click. That's it, move. So for the longest time, I honestly thought people somehow just click the lights to switch colors. And so finally, when I was taking my driver's test, I'm like, he lied to me. That's not how they do it. There's an actual computer just programmed to do the whole circuit. And then I went back and I told him, I was like, I know, I was just joking. So
leggings back then were kind of weird. They're not as trendy. They weren't as trendy back then. To me, I didn't think so. I always felt ugly whenever my mom put leggings on me. But anyways, there was this one incident. I wore black leggings, and I guess the reflection cast like this line on my leg where my bone is, and I just kept going like this for 5 minutes, and I literally thought that black leggings were x-rays to your skin. So anytime I moved my leg, I was like, oh, I could see my bone, look, and the line would keep moving where my leg bone was, and I was like, oh, that's so cool. And I would show my brother, and he's like, you're so stupid. You're so stupid. But I literally thought that black leggings were like x-rays, so you can see your bones.
Are you serious?
I did, yes.
Leggings.
I sat there with my leg just going like this, just staring at my bone. We used to live in a condominium, and a friend at school asked them where I live, and I said condom. And so I got in trouble for saying that, and my mom was like, do you even know what a condom is? I'm like, no. And then she's like, why did you say that? I said, that's where we live. Like, no, it's a condominium.
Say it again?
Condominium. Okay, thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed this little tag, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye.